What's happening, folks, and welcome to a season review on the Ajax Let's Play Season 6 review. If you've been here before, you know what we do here, and we go through just the information, look at the stats, and overall look at the season, and analyse, look where we rank and all the things in the league, all the stats in the league, and see what we've done. I'm going to try and keep this quite short. I don't like doing too long of videos anymore, but I will take my time. So obviously, before we go any further, guys, obviously we, spoiler alert, we won Champions League last season and got to the final this year. So if you haven't seen the final this year, go and watch the last episode to make sure it doesn't spoil you. I'll give you a few seconds to click off the video before I talk about what's happened and what might happen going forward. So yeah, hopefully by now you've clicked off the video, and if you're still here, obviously you've watched the final. We've won Champions League again 2 years in a row, which is amazing. So obviously we are most likely to be in the Club World Cup. Now it's in the summer. Now what will happen is I will be recording that as part of next season. So next season's episodes will be quite a long season. Of episodes. So bear that in mind going forward. Also, I am considering taking my national team job, but only if I get offered them. Let me know, guys, in the comments section if you like that. It'll kind of be like a series within a series, really, because I'll do a different thumbnail based on the most likely, anyway, a different thumbnail for the national team jobs. So if you're interested, if you think it'd be a cool thing to do, let me know in the comment section down below. So as you can see, the Ajax best 11, where are they now? Few best 11s, let's have a look. I think mostly they're still here. Apart from Martinez, Neres, and Haaland, these guys are all still here in the first 11 anyway. Obviously, Madison and people like that have, moved on slightly, and Hakim's come back, which we'll get to him in a second, how good he's been this season. So yeah, that's a pretty good 11, that. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, technically 6 if you argue Univar was a player we brought back. So 6 players, and they were all best 11 the players I've brought into the club, which is pretty good, to be honest with you. So end season awards. So player of the season was Ajax got player of the season, which is a big surprise actually. Very surprised that he got player of the season. But it's just big, fans player of the season, the fans player of the year anyway. But it's just big margin as well. Second Epsito and third Ronald. Goal of the season, I think we can agree that this is. It's not often I remember these. It's not often I remember these goals because there's so many. Usually the goal of the season like way back at the start of the season. But let's look at this goal again. We all know what goal this is. If you watch the final, you know exactly what it is. And I said this is definitely goal of the season. It's not even debatable. This Salah gets the ball and just runs straight through, and then scores an absolute worldie. For a left back, Champions League final, it has to be a goal of the season. It's not even debatable. And there we go as the final there. Signing of the season was Ajax for £44 million. Yeah, and we'll get to that in a second. And Esposito, young player of the season. So, season review. Won everything apart from the Super Cup and Dutch Cup. The only thing we haven't won yet is the Super Cup, which of course will be next season as well, and that will be obviously done as a separate live come as well. Yeah, 29 class of 19-20. That formation was fun at times. Oh, God, this is like ages ago. We had like Bande and Promes and Tonali and Tagliafico. She's like and Veltman. Oh God, it really get nostalgic. Looking back at that team. So expectations this season. What do they want? Win the Eredivisie and reach quarter final. Fantastic. It's all required. I can't change anything anyway. So we'll accept the current vision for that one. End the season team meetings. Good for the next season. Do again next season. Yeah. I doubt we'll win the Champions League 3 times in a row. But Andrew, I didn't think we made it twice in one we did. So look at this again. European Champions League best goal. Salah won it. Yep, we'll congratulate him on that because he deserves that. Well done to him. Dream team. Salah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the dream team. Gnabry in the dream team. Big surprise that I didn't think he'd get in there. I wasn't, he's been alright, but I wouldn't say he's been amazing. He's in terms of like me thinking, yeah, he's gonna get in that dream team. And the award winners, best goalkeeper, we got a third in that one. We didn't get a defender on there. We got one midfielder on there, and a striker was second. So we didn't get one single player at the top of that. Who's this guy? Madrid with the amazing CMs. I mean, this guy is somebody I would really like to sign, but we're not going to get him. He was brilliant. So yeah, that's pretty damn good. So we'll go quickly over to the competition screen and look at this chaotic screen. As you can see here, the competition starts on the 19th of the 6th. So hang on, is that literally like now? It is, so it's this month. So it starts on the 19th. So that makes it interesting. Technically, we should have done the season review after this, but I have a sneaky feeling if I wait too much longer, it's going to reset everything, and I can't do this analysis. So I'm going to have that competition in the next season's episodes. It's a bit weird how I do it now. Usually it's in the middle of the season usually that you have the competition. So you can see here we actually won the league in the end. We'll get the league table up on it by itself. Obviously there's that there, but we're going to just go to this. Actually go to stages and get the full screen on. It might be a bit easy to do it that way. So yeah, it looks like a very easy campaign, but bear in mind we were down battling for 4th and 3rd and 2nd for a good period of the season, and obviously we just pulled away massively as the season went on. We just started on a big surge, and they started dropping points. We lost 2 games all season against AZ and PSV. So the only teams beating us are the top 2 teams below us in the league. 2nd and 3rd, which is sort of good really. I mean, obviously I don't want to lose at all, but if the only games you're losing are against sides who are right below you in the league table, then it's not that bad. Scored 93 goals this season. Most goals scored against were against Ado, Ben Haag, and MV. 10 against those 2 guys. They're gonna hate me. They must really hate me. And the funny thing is, they are 5th in the table. So that's incredible. They managed to do that. Rest of the competitions, as you can see on the screen here. Friendly Cup, don't care about. Dutch Cup, lost to the finals. Venlo, yeah, that was a weird one. Just didn't perform that. That's one of those little blips we have during the season. We just didn't perform that well. Super Cup, we won that. Champions League, yep, twice in a row. And the Super Cup, we just got beaten by Atletico Madrid. So not a bad season. A great season overall, to be fair. Obviously, the Club World Cup is coming. I could add this on to this season, but I don't know. It's just awkward. Sure I do, it's going to be awkward anyway, to be honest. So let's look at the Champions League run, because I want to look at that. Because that is, I just want to see who we got and how we did overall in Champions League. So you can see here, we lost 2 games all season. They're against Man United and Real Madrid. So the only game we actually struggled in were those 2 matches. I think even if I remember the Atletico Madrid game here in the quarterfinal first leg, we should have won that game by a lot bigger margin. It was a late goal from a corner kick, which I saw coming. But you look at teams we played against, Madrid, we managed to get a draw against them, beat Napoli twice, beat Atletico Madrid once, beat Man United, and beat. So we're competing. And the key thing for this Champions League was, I remember the period I thought we were starting to get used to Champions League and started getting towards a point where we were competing was the Bayern Munich result. And if I go back, is it a couple of seasons ago when this game here was when I realised that we had something. This is when I realised we were doing something. I thought, right, disappointing result, but there was something there. And since then, we've been incredible in the Champions League. We've gone too far. And it's working really well for us. We're having a really good run in Champions League. We're unbeaten in 2 finals in a row, which is unlike me, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, and then you look at the overall season, and you can see here at the start a couple of blips here and there. A period here where we lost to Madrid and Sparta, a draw. But then after that, literally an insane run of form that was incredible to see. And this is part of the fun now, is building a legacy at this club and trying to really make it successful. So in terms of finishing the season, guys, not happening. I want to keep going with this save. I'm really loving it. And the challenge we're going to have is certain players may want to leave the club soon. So let's go look at the Eredivisie and look at the team stats, team detail. There we go. So as you can see, we rank second for possession. Penalties we're top for. Penalties taken, we've taken 9 and scored 7. Headers 1. Still not the highest on that, but then again, we don't defend as much as other teams would. That's probably part of it, I'd assume. Heads win ratio is 58%. Yellow cards and red cards, pretty good. 50 yellow cards. How many red cards did we get this year? 1. Who got sent off? I can't remember who it was now. The form, our form is not as good as everybody else's. We had a loss in there. Hang on. What's the X? It can't be a lot. Okay, whatever. So yeah, 4th in the form table. Our home form, how are we second? Whatever. Whatever. Away form, we're top for the away form, which is great. Games won in a row. I think these kind of things here are just something that we don't really need to go into really, because these are all like based on form and current form. I mean, games without losing 24, games without losing. Yeah, walking it. These are the kind of areas we want to look at. Attacking goals 93. That's kind of our average really. I think we usually get like close to 100 goals a season. Cross completion ratio 25% for PSV. We have 21%. Yeah, I've got a thing about crossing this year. I really do. I don't think it's really as effective as it could be. I think the fact they take too many touches and wait too long to get the balls in the box is still an issue. Apparently, they have said there's an issue with it, and they've. Whenever I have an episode where I think I see an issue, I always look at the bug forum on the match engine area just to see if it's been reported as an issue, and if they're aware of it. They are. But unfortunately, they've said there's no more match engine updates to FN20. But I remember this being a thing, but I read the message. It doesn't say why. It's just don't recall it saying why. Disappointing. But we got the highest completed crosses, which is bizarre because it looks like it doesn't feel that. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like we're struggling to get balls in the box. So goals from corner kicks, we are third with 9, which is a bit better, I think, from last season. Goals from free kicks 4. That's better, certainly better than last year. Indirect goals from indirect free kicks, highest 16. Pass completion ratio is 88%. That would be a lot higher, I think, if we had stick with the shot passing and stuff like that going forward. And we're going to talk about tactic in a second, guys. So your chance to give us feedback on the tactic before the new season starts. Well, sort of. You got literally a few days to do it. But the Club World Cup is like an added bonus if we win that. Passes completed, 13,653, 146 chances created, shots on target, 50% of them, and obviously 396 shots on target total. Conversion rate is at 12%, which is good. Bear in mind, you can argue we should be lower down because the amount of shots we get. Fouls against, highest, no big surprise there. And dribbles per game, 19. Yeah, we've got a lot of players that actually dribble the ball. You look at people like Gnabry and Perez and Unnivar, people like that. Yeah. Goals conceded, 18. Yeah, perfect. Goals given corner kicks, only 3. It feels like it should be a lot more. We just seem to really struggle with them. I think it feels like it's a problem. But on the stat, it's not really showing as a problem. So, yeah, that is interesting. That it's not actually saying that we can see many goals and corner kicks. But it feels like every time we get a corner kick, it's a problem. Goals direct from free kicks, only one. I do think the free kicks are an issue. It just feels like it is. They're saying that we have scored a few more back into the season, so that's not too bad. And then clean sheets, we've got 19. And the rest of it is pretty much down here. It's just like attendance, and sellouts. Only 3 sellouts. Interesting. Highest attendance, yeah, biggest stadium. But average attendance is 59,000, which is still pretty damn good. And net spend with £54 million. Salary, look at the salary we're paying here. If we go, can we arrange that? Well, they got 39 million. So yeah, I mean, yeah, massive salary. But the finances are okay. But we're okay with finances wise. We spent a lot of money on to get to success in the club. But we're relatively okay. You look at the finance screen here. Right, it's 1 million minus balance, 50% transfer revenue. But the FFP is fine. That's the most important thing. And it may be simply a matter of we get that percentage. I'm not selling anybody to get that percentage a bit higher. Get to 9%, then we may have to sell somebody again who may want to leave the club, and then we go from there and we invest in the club that way. But we've got a good system of youth players going through. The ideal scenario would be is to sell somebody who is worth a lot of money, get most of that money back, buy someone else who's relatively cheap and bring them through to replace them, and then we invest the money in the youth system. That's the idea I want to do. I want to sell massive high, and then bring someone in who's decent, who's young, who we can develop to replace them, if not a one-off weird transfer, and then we can invest the money into some really good young players and do what I've wanted to do for a while, which is really go through and just rip through the youth systems and find the best talent I possibly can and build a really good second and third string youth systems of players, because I need the money to do it, and right now I don't have it, but we are finding good players anyway, so that's okay. So a tactic screen, as you know, what I'm trying to do is get the ball work the ball into the box and just create a really good kind of style of football. The problem I'm having is it doesn't seem to be working. It seems to be the best way of scoring goals seems to be the more direct passing. Now, this is the screen I've got right now. This is that we've been playing primarily for the last 2 months of the season. This is your chance, guys. Is there anything here you think is a problem? Is it just the fact they're not used to it yet, which is a thing? Can they? They're gonna show me that. There we go. They're still getting used to it a little bit. It could be that. Bear in mind, we can work on that next season. If there's anything in this tactical screen, guys, you think, yeah, change that if you want to do this. Do we go with extremely high tempo? Or, you know, let me know, guys, in the comment section what you think, guys. I just want to, essentially, I want to play like Barcelona did, where they work the boxes, one-touch football, that kind of thing. Is it the roles we need to change as well? There's obviously that issue, that could be an issue as well. Oh, God, I hate this screen. It really doesn't know. There we go. Is there anything about it? The idea is you guys getting penalty and work thing. I don't know. Your thoughts down below, guys, in the comment section. So, let's go through, I'm aware of time, let's go through the main squad and look at the players and how they've got on. So, as you know, guys, it isn't overlaying some of these positions, so we'll ignore the ones I consider midfielders, like him, for example. The highest rated defender was actually Florian Gerrard, who has still got a good amount of development in him. I would play him more next season, but the problem is Sligo Scholar will do in the Champions League final, so you can't really justify him playing more than him. But yeah, he costs a lot of money. He costs us what, £43.5 million. I still think he's going to be good for us. He's not dropped his rating, which is interesting. Not usually, but we've had a problem with so far with players coming in with 5-star potential, then they play for 2 months here, even though they're getting really good football on a sort of regular basis, and they just drop off their rating. So that's hopefully not going to be the case with him. The tackling marking is great. I think he could start. He could start next season. He really could. I don't think it'd be a problem with him starting. The issue would be to improve these areas here, and get the crossing and dribbling a bit better. And I think we've got a really good left back here, or top-class left back here. Because you're comparing to Salah, and I'd argue that he's better than Salah. I really would. So yeah, it may be if Salah wants to leave the club in the summer, which I don't think he will. I wouldn't be worried about. I would not be worried about Salah leaving the club if he forced it through and we played Gerrard on the left more. 13 assists for Salah. I think Gerrard could do the same. The only issue with Gerrard is he's got that massive injury for 2 to 4 months. So that could be a problem. The best setback, best defender this season. You know what? I'm going to go with Matteo. I know Des is the obvious one to go for, but for me, this guy was amazing this season. He started a bit rocky, but he really settled down and got really well. Obviously, I'll say the surprise package, how quickly he recovered from his rocky start. Defender of the year, I mean, I've got to go with Salah, I think. For that Champions League final goal and the output of assists for 13, I've got to go with Salah. Because he was brilliant. And he's currently kind of a meme on the channel now with Salah. Des didn't get many assists this season, but still very solid. Right, midfielders. So, the midfielder of the season is a tricky one. Now, obviously, we've got some defenders on here, so ignore those. Gnabry was very good. You know, came in and did a job, more pace on the Mahrez ad, could play either side and got 7 goals, 7 assists. I think he did struggle at times to go with the wrong foot on the right hand side. He kept going a lot of times, more so off camera. He saw it more. Was when I saw it more. Sorry, was when he was going for shots with his right foot more than his left, which was strange. And I thought he'd gone for his left foot more, but you know, he's still been very good for us. The fee we paid for him was £32 million. He's very good and be happy with him. I think this season was the best season from, where is he? From Perez. Again, he's sort of like kind of plateaued a little bit, which is a bit of a worry. Have we reached his peak now? You know, I don't know if he's going to improve anymore. I think he's close to full potential. So, I think this is not really the guy long term going forward. There's other guys who can try, but he's still good. I mean, who wants to sign him? I think Valencia, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sell him really, but again, we've got other players we can look at. I'm going to show you some of the young players I've got that I'm keeping an eye on. But midfielder of the season, I think, has to go to where the hell is? Oh, right, there we go. Didn't put him under there. Midfielder of the season, I think, has to go to Hakim. Because I see Undivar as more of a forward player, because he plays inside forward anyway. Hakim, it was a weird transfer. I wasn't sure how you guys would react to it. But 12 goals, 13 assists is fantastic. That's better than he used to do when he was here originally. He really struggled at times to get goals and assists. But he's definitely been a great sign for us. Definitely helped having him in with the Reina situation being what it is. He's getting pretty injured every 5 sodding minutes, which is a bit annoying. Speaking of which, he is a god when he's fit. He is. The problem is he's got injuries every 5 bloody minutes. Has he got injury prone, do you reckon, guys? Does it say on here? No. Doesn't say he's injury prone, but he's quality when he's fit. So yeah, onto the forwards now. We'll just do it on the screen right now, guys. No reason to delay it any further. You can't not give it to him, can you? Undivar was very close, but you got to give it to Esposito, aren't you? The guy got 46 goals in 48 appearances. How can you not give it to him? You know, it'd be just look at the goal ratio there at the bottom. 129 appearances, 124 goals. The guy is insane. He's a player I've always wanted to sign on Football Manager for the last couple of recently for a while, and never actually done it. And look what he's done here. He came in first game in last season, and off camera it was. He got a hat trick in his first game for us, so that was a key thing. And we had him in Haaland for a while, didn't we? That was very good. That was very nice to have in the team of two great strikers who score goals. And you look at people like Leo Hulk, which I think he's a promising talent. The main worry for him is that determination. Is it going to affect him? But he's got good potential, and he scored some belters in Champions League this season. One belter, so it's belters period. This guy as well, we signed. I like him. I think this guy's going to be a phenomenon. I think he's going to replace Partey as a box-to-box going forward, I believe, anyway. And where is it? This kid is also very exciting going forward. Everything's there for him to be a quality player. I just need to play more often next season, I think, and try and just trust that he can do it. I think definitely the plan would be next season to keep him. I don't foresee him leaving. If Esposito leaves, which again is a possibility, I don't think he will be worried about overall being the first team player. The plan next year will be to keep Esposito, and if and when we get to a point in the season where the league's decided whether I can't talk today, decided whether we won it or it's lost, I'll then start playing this guy back in the season to get more football in there. What else want to have a quick look at while we're on this screen? I think that's it really on this screen, really. Doku, I mean, sort of the same situation that we've got with Nathaniel Perez. Like him, just don't know if he's going to stick around. Who actually wants to sign him anyway? Fulham want to sign him. It may be we sell him and just play Leo Hope more and just develop that young talent. That could be a good £30 million we can get in on a player that we don't really need to keep. He doesn't play that much anyway, to be honest. And I'd rather play this kid and develop him than play Doku, who's now 23. I think that's probably a sell we're going to do, because I could have played him a lot more, and to be fair, it's partly my fault that he's not developed as much as he could do. But I think with the young talent we've got coming through, Undivar's staying, regardless of what they say, he ain't going anywhere, Undivar. I think getting £30 million for this kid would be good. It'd be extra money that we can invest in the team, like we said. But again, it's all about the percentage of transfer revenue we get that will dictate that. So yeah, right. So let's go look at the youth system now. The young players out on loan. Just go for a couple that I've got my eye on. I want to talk about. So these are the guys that are currently out on loan, and these are the guys I'm really keeping a close eye on to their development. So this guy, I think there's a possibility he could be the right winger going forward. I just think he's going to be. I think there comes a point when you've got to start playing these guys. So I think we could sell. I think we could sell Perez next season and play this guy more. He got 5 goals, 11 assists for Genoa. We signed him for, how much we getting for again? For £15 million. I think we need to play this guy and just give him a good crack. I think Perez needs to go. Again, it's all about looking at the potential and ratings, and I think this kid needs to play and needs to be in the first team, and he could be fantastic for us. If I play him more often, I think he definitely could be very good for us, and hopefully it'll work out. The other guys looking at on here, we've got another right winger here, which again, it's just the pace I like about him, really. Again, don't think he's really going to work out for us, to be honest with you. So I'm going to sell in him. There's somebody else in there I really like the look of. Stankov, again, you're looking at the potential rating here. It's pretty good. The possibility would be, big if, Sally leaves the club, I'd bring this guy as a backup and play Gerrard. That would be the plan. Looking at this dude, Rafael Bremen, whatever his name is. Again, good talent, got good potential in him. Still not quite sure. This is one of those maybe not sure guys, to be honest with you. Then the rest of them are, we've got another striker here. Again, see another really good striker. Look at that face. Again, good potential, but not certain. So we've got some good talent in the youth system. We've got a lot of options. We've got this guy obviously as well, left winger, who has got a massive transfer fee evaluation right now. But again, look at the potential rating. He's pretty close to his peak. So a lot of maybes, if buts and maybes. We've got some obviously players down here we can get rid of and move on. The problem we're going to have is the Club World Cup is right smack bang in the middle of when I'm going to do my transfer talk. So it might be that season 7 starts with the Club World Cup, and I just say, right, transfers could be varied. Now the Club World Cup, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. How it works. What are the stages of it? Is the way of looking at it. Stages. There we go. Looking at it, how it works. Just there's a way of right. So you got group stage, which we hang on. Let's have a look at this out. All right, we're gonna cover the group stage, and then quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. So, depending how this works out, which my brain's not working, it's early in the morning for me to work this out. Depending how this works out, it may be that we just do 2 games at a time, or I might do all the group stage games. The problem we're going to have is it will take a long time to get through it if I do 2 games per episode. And I kind of want to put the semi-final and the final in 1 episodes. So it's going to be awkward. It's just going to be a bit awkward to record it. But I'll see what comes out, how it works. It might be that if we've already qualified the first 2 games of the group, I may not show the 3rd group stage game and get through it that way. Then get to like doing the quarterfinal, semi-final, and final if we get that far, of course. I think that the way to do it would be to do it that way. Is the group stage show the first 2 games. If we win both of them, then we're through. Then maybe do the last group game and the quarterfinal together. Then the semi-final and final. So it's only 3 episodes. 2 group stage games, quarterfinal. So 4 episodes to get through the Club World Cup, assuming we get there to that final, of course. Of course, me losing the group stage for we know, which makes it a bit easy if we do that. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit awkward, but we'll get through it. We'll work it out. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. I will see you literally not too much longer. Literally, when does it start again? On the 19th. So in like 18 days' time, we've got a game coming up. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully we can become World Cup winners, but we'll see. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.